Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, guten Abend and willkommen. Red Herrings, Le Poisson Rouge. Thank you for that subscription there, Aspia Dog. Welcome to the fan. Thank you from the Westernator for gifting that sub there to Aspia Dog. Welcome to the Westernator and welcome to Aspia to the family. Hope you're well. What a week it's been. It has been a tremendous week. It's been the most tremendous, one of the greatest weeks of... No, I'm going to stop that now. We've had enough of it all. Thank you also to Connor for that 13-month sub a little bit earlier on, and to the various hosts as well. Lovely to have you all here on Saturday, the 7th of November, for the first official outing of Red Herrings. It's a triple bill of Red Herrings tonight. It's my brand new game, which I've been working on the last couple of weeks. We did a sort of demo run of it last Saturday. Thank you very much for that subscription, Samster. 6 months now on a 3-month streak. Welcome. Time to pickle some herrings, indeed so. Thank you for your continued support, Samster. It's lovely to have you here. So we did a sort of demo of it last Saturday. No, chat isn't working in game yet, Royal Frost, because I haven't opened the lobby. That's deliberate, for reasons, clever technical reasons. Basically, I couldn't mask the top of the chat. And so when it does that pan to zoom, you would have seen the entire text mesh going off at the top of the screen had I not done that. So that's what that's all about. Anyway, and then we did a sort of pseudo pilot on Tuesday, which had a mixed success, mainly because I hadn't finished making the question writer app, but all the answers were put in at the start of round 2, which is a massive oversight, which I think I've gotten around this time around. And Cola won that one as well. So hopefully this will be the first working one, and get ready for the stream to be entirely muted, because this first game does have a music round in it, which we'll find out more about later on. It's Red Herrings. It's very simple. You have to whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot a letter from A through to potentially P, except in the last round where you've got to type 6 letters without spaces. But we'll get to all that later on. Let me say good evening to you all. Jay Turner, Cetra, Aspie, Apodo, Dogfish, Cola, Tyson Bain, Carl the 7th, Lupine, ABME, Lewis T, Milk Like Substance, Drahuska, Egg Fried Cheese, Procyon Catane, Connor, Top 1 Gaming, The Westernator, Benz J, Brian, Juice Man, Now Cut That Out, Matt the Ref, David Bodicum, Score Count, Spokes, Serial Quizzer, anyone else who is lurking in the chat, Gruffer Carlo, It's Otley, just showing up on my Twitch chat tracker now. Welcome to you all. Lovely to have you here. Proogs, good evening. Not late, we've not started yet, Proogs. You've missed a bit of set game, but that's all good. Clive, noticeable in his absence tonight, his lead is being encroached upon at the top of that set game leaderboard, but I'm sure he'll be back to give it some more work in a bit. I currently have this. I'm sat very comfortable at the moment. I'm in like the lotus position, because the cat is sat under my desk, and if I dare to put my feet under the desk, then she'll like skin my foot or something. So I'm trying to encourage her to go away, but I am sort of sat on her chair. So, you know, it'll happen. Anyway, what an exciting week it's been. For my UK friends, we're now in lockdown 2, Electric Boogaloo. And for my American friends, there was the small business of the US election going on, which has, I understand, been called, to a point where I might or might not have had to actually change the syntax of one of the questions for tonight. So that's all very exciting. And steel cat boots could be a good thing, Car, but I think I'll be even more uncomfortable wearing those. I don't like really wearing shoes indoors. I could put my slippers on. That'd be a good idea. I might go and do that in just a second. But all that excitement, nothing changes on the Saturday night. It is Game Night Originals, and we are going to play Red Herrings. So if you would like to come and play this, I haven't set up the stream deck for this yet, so I'm going to be very, very careful pressing the buttons. But if you'd like to play, you need to type in the lobby code, BFZX. Now this game can hold 49 players, so do make your way in if you'd like to play. Holger May, Ash, Samster, Kegler Coach, J-Box, Pum and Ben, welcome to you as well. Oh, and someone is leaving just to get the sound effects. Now, as mentioned, this is the first of a triple build tonight. I have written pack number 1 and 2. Pack number 3 has been a joint community effort, contribution from Cycle Space, 8 Minky, Mrs. Flush, and then I wrote round 4. in the third pack. So 2 from me, and then a community pack to finish off the night in pack number 3, which will be very exciting. Now, if you've not played before, you don't need to worry about it. All the answers are given to you on the screen, and you need to whisper to the bot the letter of the answer. A through P is what you will need to do. There is, in this first pack, there is a picture round and there is a music round. Thanks, Ash. It's quite a low pressure quiz. It's quite chill. After something like, after having done the Escape Artist and the Purge back to back, I felt like I did need to do something a bit more low pressure, and this game does tick that box. It's all automated apart from the in-betweeny round stuff. No, don't all leave. Come back. Come back, all of you. Don't all leave. Egg, you can leave if you're doing Windows updates. Yeah, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, no, I've forgotten. Oh yeah, automated, a bit like Outright, which may or may not be where I got the idea from. Apart from in between the rounds, it's all automated, so it's all very chill and relaxed. And hopefully you all will have some fun playing this. I'll give it till the end of the sting, and then I'm going to lock the lobby. We've got 7, 14, 21, 28, 35 people in so far, which is very encouraging. But we have got 3 games tonight, so if you maybe want to sit back and just... 36 now. If you want to maybe just sort of sit back and just see how this game is played, you're welcome to do that. But just make sure you've got Persephone's Twitch bot up and open in your whispers, because she is the thing that you need to whisper to in order to get your answers in. Everything is done to the whispers. All the questions will be written in chat. When the question is live in the chat, the question is live in the game. So don't necessarily wait for the screen. If you've got a bit of latency, that may cause you some delays in reading it, particularly in round 2 where there is a timed element to that. So I think we're going to leave this at 36 players. We are going to go to round 1. Hope you all are ready to play. I'm looking forward to this, and hopefully nothing will break this week. I'll wait for a good moment in the loop, and then we'll go there. There's one coming up here. Let's go to round 1. 1 second, my cat is being a vandal. Ozzy, why have you knocked that over? Why have you done that? Did you not like it? Fortunately, it was an empty glass. It was an empty glass that you have just knocked over. We have 2 cats. One of them is under my desk, threatening to assault my feet. The other one is just knocking glasses over on the kitchen table because he's a thug. Hashtag thug cat. Hashtag thug life. It is a catastrophe, very much Tyson Bane. So round 1 is general knowledge. Salutes. General private browsing. So this is how this round is going to work. Once I press the play button, I can't stop the game, and I'm not going to. So let me get the rules out of the way first of all. Around the edge of the grid, you have got 16 answers. There are 12 questions in this round. 12 questions. So 4 of the answers will be red herrings, and they will not be answers anywhere else. None of the answers are repeated. None of the answers is repeated. So once it's gone, you need to sort of keep a mental log of where it is. In this opening round, if you get a question right, you get a point. If you get a question wrong, you lose a point. Simple as that. +1, -1. In this round, there are 3 bonus questions, which will come up at random points throughout the game, and they'll be signified by a big fanfare at the beginning. For a bonus question, you get 3 if you get it right, and you lose 3 if you get it wrong. Very simple. Get it right, get some points. Get it wrong, lose some points. Abstaining does nothing, doesn't affect your score, and doesn't have any large impact. So, but yes, 3 bonus questions that will come up at some point. To answer, you simply whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot the letter A through P. Okay, not the full answer, just the letter. So this first round is general knowledge. Let's have a look at the options. Reverend Goodfellow, Major Fraud, Wing Commander, Prince Albert, King Joffrey, Queen Latifah, Duke Ellington, Colonel Mustard, Corporal Punishment, Private Function, Captain Cook, Governor Schwarzenegger, Lord of Gloucester, Field Marshal, Viscount Lindley, and General Knowledge. So, is that not how you spell Colonel, Milk-like Substance? I'm sure that's how you spell Colonel. It should be... Yeah. Well, there we go. My bad! I'm not going to change it now because it will screw with the game logic, but do forgive me for Colonel Mustard. That should be Colonel, but I'm pointing it out now so you can't use that as an excuse. Yeah, Colonel. Cologne mustard cologne, that'd be lovely. So 12 questions, you simply got to whisper the answer to the bot A through P as to what you think it is. Good luck, have fun. Round 1 is general knowledge. The cards will squeak at you as we go on. Let's begin the round. Here comes question number 1. Who was the husband of Queen Victoria? Couple of 3 or 4 wrong answers coming in there. A few abstentions as well. It was D, Prince Albert. Prince Albert was the husband of Queen Victoria. On we go. Question 2. An event held in a public place that only a handful of people are invited to is called what? It is J, a private function. A reminder, if you get a full score, if you get all of them right, you get a bonus 2 points at the end of the round. Oh, and speaking of bonuses, here is your first bonus question. This will be worth 3 if you get it right, or lose 3 if you get it wrong. Something that is considered commonly known by most people is referred to as what? Yay! Yay.wave. And again, do keep your eye on the chat, because that is where the question is live. It was P, general knowledge, the name of the round. Let's go on. Question number 4. Used in schools in ages past, what is the name given to sanctions that involve physical pain? It's I, corporal punishment. I was the answer we needed there. On we go to question number 5. Who is the yellow character in Cluedo, or Clue if you're American? I'm not going to say anything till the end of the question. Yeah, Colonel Mustard. Typo not getting in the way of anything there. On we go then. Here comes question number 6. What was Sir John Stanier, Sir Nigel Bagnall, Sir Geoffrey Baker and Sir James Cassell's? Oh, some wrong answers coming in. There's a right and a couple of right answers there. Oh, they were field marshals. Field marshals of the British Army. Catching a few of you out there. Oh, and it's time for another bonus question. 3 up or 3 down if you get it right or wrong. Have a look at this. Which explorer was the first European to make contact with the eastern coastline of Australia? Couple of wrong answers there. Connor and score count. Most of the people who attempted that getting it right, it was K, Captain Cook, Captain James Cook. On we go then. Question number 8. In Game of Thrones, who is the eldest child of Cersei Lannister? Couple of wrong answers coming in there. Oh, proves a wrong answer at the last second. It was E, King Joffrey. King Joffrey was the answer we wanted there. On we go to question 9. Which rank comes between squadron leader and group captain in the British RAF? So a couple of wrong answers there. It was C, Wing Commander. Wing Commander was the answer we wanted there. Coming to the tail end of this round, and it's time for our last bonus question of the round. So 3 for right, losing 3 for wrong. Here's question number 10. Which American pianist and composer died in 1974? Gotta find it as well. That's the thing with this game. Well done if you got that. It was G, Duke Ellington. Duke Ellington, the jazz pianist. 2 more questions in the round, starting with question 11. What was the title of the Martin Bashir documentary about Charles Ingram? Everyone who attempted that getting that one right was B, Major Fraud. Who wants to be a millionaire? Alleged cheat. And one more question in this round. Here's question number 12. Which singer has albums called Black Rain, Order in the Court and Persona? Apologies for that typo. I'm not quite sure how that's been allowed to happen. 3 people getting this one wrong. Quite a few getting it right. It was F, Queen Latifah was the answer. Let's have a look at the Red Herrings. A, Reverend Goodfellow. L, Governor Schwarzenegger. M, Lord of Gloucester. And O, Viscount Linley were the Red Herrings in that round. And that is the end of round 1. Coca-Cola and It's Otley getting 12 out of 12 and getting themselves 2 bonus points, taking them up to the maximum of 20. Let's just ID all players. Fine, there's a couple of names here that I don't recognise, a couple of avatars I don't recognise. And I maybe should have looked for the avatars I didn't recognise before pressing the magic button, to be honest. So there, and so I try and remember everyone's names. So Jay Turner, the Juice Man. Just I'm associating myself with your. There's a couple of Twitch default ones here as well, but that's fine. I'm sure I'll get to. Who's number 12? Get off my lawn. That's Kegler Coach. Kegler Coach is get off my lawn. So that's the end of round 1. Coca-Cola is in joint first place with It's Otley. Who's that on 17 there? Ben's J. It's a new name, so I don't recognise you on 17. In second, Apodo Nuevo, and along with Apodo Nuevo, I think that's Milk-like Substance, and then Gruffacarlo and Samster, and Now Cut That Out, and Pum and Ben, and 8 Minky, and Ash the Bash, all on 16, I think. So that is the end of round 1. Hope you all had fun. Let's go to round 2. All the Presidential Men. This is, of course, a play on a title by a book by, I want to say Jeffrey Archer, All the President's Men, but it might be John Grisham, I can't remember. But yes, All the Presidential Men. As you may know, obviously it's been quite a week for American politics, so there is a little bit of that sneaking into tonight. The rules, let me explain the rules before I reveal the answers. It's similar to round 1. Except that you don't lose points if you get them wrong. But if you get one wrong, you're frozen out of the next question. Not the current question, but the next question. So, obviously, if you freeze yourself out of a bonus question, that could be a real problem. So, if you get one wrong, you're frozen out of the next question, but you can't lose points from this point onwards. So that's the first thing. The other thing is that you get more points the faster you answer. So, if you answer in the first 5 seconds, you get 3 points. The next 5 seconds, you get 2. The last 5 seconds, you get 1. There are 3 bonus questions again, and these are worth a flat rate of 5 points. So no timing on those 3 questions. But the main bulk of the questions, again, there is the faster you answer, the more points you get. But if you get any of them wrong, including the bonus questions, you freeze yourself out of the next question, which is obviously going to cost you points in the long run. So do think carefully before you answer. Again, there are 16 answers and 12 questions, so 4 of these answers will be red herrings. Let's have a look at the options. Yes, you can get frozen out of a bonus question, Kegler Coach, but bonus questions cannot happen consecutively and they won't come first or last. So just a tactical thing. If you're going to get frozen out of a question, maybe a bonus question is a good question to get frozen out of, because you won't be frozen out of the next one won't be a bonus question, if that makes sense. You play the tactics how you like. Let's have a look at the options. Bill Clinton, Gerald Ford, Lyndon B. Johnson, John F. Kennedy, Dwight D. Eisenhower, Ronald Reagan, George H.W. Bush, Jimmy Carter, Harry S. Truman, George W. Bush, Richard Nixon, Herbert Hoover, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Joe Biden, Donald Trump, and Barack Obama. 4 of those answers are red herrings. Score count, no. 4 of those answers are red herrings. 12 of them will be the answers to the questions you're about to see. Good luck, have fun. Let's start round 2. It's all the presidential men. Here comes question number 1. Which of the people listed here was Senator of Delaware? Tyson Bay, Drahuska getting that one wrong. And Gruffacarlo, which means you're going to be frozen out. It was Joe Biden. I'm glad that question came up first, because he's the only one who's not a president. Or he's president-elect now. On we go. Question 2. Which US president resigned following the Watergate scandal? 3 players frozen out of this one. Matt's going to be frozen out of the next one, as is the Juice Man. As is Connor. And J-Box just squeezing an answer in at the end. It was K. Richard Nixon. Richard Nixon was the answer. On we go. Here's question 3. Who was the US president on VJ Day? Oh, there's a right answer in the middle there. And Prussian Contain, Ash has got one right. Now Cut That Out has got it right. Ooh, lots of wrong answers there. It was Harry S. Truman. Yes, Eisenhower died just before VJ Day. Harry S. Truman was the answer. On we go. Question 4. Which US president shares their surname with a vacuum cleaner company? Lots of freeze-outs on this one. And that's time. Herbert Hoover. L was the right answer. And at the end of this round, if you get all of them right, you get bonus 3 points, I think. Question 5. Who is the most recent Democratic US president to be impeached? A few people getting this one wrong. It's Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton got only 3 presidents have been impeached. 2 of them were Democratic. The most recent one was Bill Clinton. Here's question number 6. No bonuses come up yet. Which US president's vice president was called Nelson Rockefeller? Pum and Ben knows this one. Getting himself 2 points. Lots of wrong answers coming in here. That's a lot of red on the screen. It was Gerald Ford. Gerald Ford was the answer. Quite a few freeze outs here as we go to question 7. Oh, it's the first bonus question. Flat rate of 5. No timing bonus here. Question number 7. Which US president was General of the Army, the second highest possible rank in the US Army? Flat rate of 5 if you can get this one. Quite a few doing it. It was Dwight D. Eisenhower. E was the right answer. 3 people frozen out of this next question. Question 8. Which US president was assassinated by Lee Harvey Oswald? Just Ash getting a wrong answer there, freezing himself out. It was D. John F. Kennedy, JFK. On we go to the next one. It's another bonus. Here comes the next bonus question. Flat rate of 5 if you can get this one right. Who was the US president when the first lady's name was Laura? A lot of wrong answers coming in here. Risking it on the bonus for those 5. It was George W. Bush. J was the right answer. Samson got the wrong one. On we go to the next question. Which US president has daughters called Malia and Sasha? Few incorrect answers. It was, of course, Barack Obama on P. Set and score frozen out of this question, and it is the last bonus question of the round. Good luck with this flat rate of 5 if you can find a right answer. Who beat Michael Dukakis in a US presidential race? Oh dear! Lots of wrong answers there. It was George H.W. Bush. George Bush Sr. One more question and a few people frozen out of this final question. My computer doesn't lag. Question 12. Who was the 40th US president? And we're down to the 1-pointers. Might as well have a go at this one. No freeze-out penalty because it's the last question. It was Ronald Reagan. Reagan was the 40th president. Let's have a look at the Red Herrings. Lyndon B. Johnson, Jimmy Carter, Franklin D. Roosevelt, and of course Donald Trump were not the answers to anything. That's the end of the round. That's the end of round 2. And it looks like Pum and Ben has snuck into the lead with 47. I don't think any bonuses were given out that round. Now cut that out on 42. I think that's Ben's J on 41. Who's that on 39? Spokes. You need to get an avatar, Spokes. Spokes on 39. 8 Minky there on 36, along with a Poda Nuevo. Oh, I've got to press the button again. On 34. Holger Mates on 34. Abney's on 34. It's Otley now on 33, along with Cycle Space. Procyon Kane also on 33. Dogfish 32. Milk Life Substance and Cola on 31. Holger Mate, I think that was on 25. Who's that on 24? Serial Quizzer on 24. Brian's on... Kegler Coach. Beg your pardon, Holger Mate. Kegler Coach on 25. And a Serial Quizzer on 24. Brian, J-Box and Matt on 23. An Avatar there on 22. Anasep on 22, along with Ash and Proogs. Samson's on 21. Cars on 20. Gruff Colours on 18. Drahuska 15, along with... Jay Turner on 15. Pokenuts has got 14, along with Tyson Baines. Set's on 11. Aspie's on 11. Score is on 9. Connor's on 7. Westernator's on 5. Saigo Dave on 3. And Juice Man on 2. Those are the scores as they stand at the end of round 2. Let's go to round number 3. Round number 3 is called Name That TV Tune. There are only 12 options in this. and only 9 questions, so only 3 red herrings. This is a music round, okay, so there's no time bonuses for this one, and each question will last 30 seconds rather than 15. You will hear a clip and then the answer and a question along with it. The clip, it's not quite as straightforward as what is this the theme tune to. It could be, and it was originally going to be, but I changed my mind, and it's a little bit more Google that-y for this round, but hopefully you'll all have fun. The point structure for this one is that for every question you get right, you get accumulating points. So the first question you get right, you'll get 1. The next question you get right, you'll get 2. The next question you'll get right, you'll get 3, and so on. If you abstain, you don't break your streak, so you continue accumulating points. So if you go question 1 right, question 2 right, and then abstain, and then question 4 right, you'll go 1, 2, abstention, and then 3 for question 4. So your accumulator continues, but if you get it wrong, you break your accumulator. Okay, so only getting a question wrong will break your accumulator. If you don't know and you've got a good accumulation of points, you might want to sit it out. So basically, yes, as Holcomb says, question 1 is a freebie for you, but then you will go back to 0. And no shazamming that, thank you, it's Otley. Although I think you'll probably struggle with this round because it's TV tunes rather than standard music. This is the round that if anything's going to get muted this stream, this will be it. So only 9 questions and 12 answers to go with, and 3 of them will be red herrings. That's the structure. You'll go purple if you're on a streak, you'll go blue if you've been reset, green if you're right, red if you're wrong. Hopefully that's relatively clear. Keep your eye on the question in chat, but also the music. If there's some latency, that's why there's a little bit of extra time for this round. Hopefully it'll all work out. Let's have a look at the options. Judith Keppel, Hugh Laurie, Rufus Hound, David Mitchell, Kate Beckett, Chuck Lorre, TJ Detweiler, Jasper Carrot, Takeshi Shudo, Jim Parsons, Andrew Scott, and Tino Tonitini are your options. So, again, once the round has started, I can't do anything about it. Good luck, have fun. It's round 3. Name that TV tune, and again, it's just A through L to Persephone's Twitch bot. Here comes question number 1. Who was the first UK winner of this TV show? Most of us getting that one right. A, Judith Keppel. The show in question was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? No bonuses in this round, I should have said. Question 2. What is the name of the leader of the gang in this TV show? Nostalgia, I know, Apodo. So a couple of seconds. A few people breaking streaks there. The answer was G, TJ Detweiler. There are no bonuses in this question. You get 5 points if you get a perfect round and get them all right at the end. Question 3. The main antagonist in the first 2 seasons of this show was played by which actor? Few people are having a go breaking streaks there. It's Andrew Scott. K, the show in question was Sherlock, and it was played Jim Moriarty. Question 4. Who was the lead writer for this show?
Everybody wants to be a master. Everybody wants to show their skills. Everybody wants to get there faster, make their way to the top of the hill. Each time you try, gonna get just a little bit better. Each step you climb, one more step up the ladder.
It's a whole new world we live in. Well done if you recognise Pokemon Johto, Takeshi Shudo, Japanese anime show. Hopefully that was a bit of a clue there. On we go. Question number 5. What is the name of the lead female character in this TV show? What if you got that? It was Castle, and the answer was Kate Beckett E. On we go. Question number, the next one. 6. Who plays the grown-up version of the eponymous character from this TV show?
Today I moved a mountain. I bet I could be your hero. I am a mighty little man. Nobody else is stronger than I am. Today I moved a mountain. I bet I could be your hero. I am a mighty little man.
The actual official version of that song. The answer was J. Jim Parsons. It was young Sheldon, the show in question with the Big Bang Theory. Jim Parsons plays Sheldon. Question 7. In this TV show, who played the George, the Prince Regent? Don't know what the extra "the" is all about. My bad. Oh, Ash typoing on that one. A few other players getting it wrong as well. It was B. Hugh Laurie, who played the Prince Regent George in Blackout of the Third. Question number 8. Here we go. Which comedian hosted this ITV game show? One of Ben's favourite game shows. Now we're talking. Scorecard bracing himself for the inevitable not prisoner's dilemma conversation. It was Jasper Carrot who hosted Golden Balls, a show that will never feature on this stream because it rewards greed. One more question. Here it is, question 9. Which comedian is the host of this TV show married to? This one's actually shorter than the 30 seconds you've got, so there's just going to be some slightly awkward silence for a while now, which I'm going to fill by talking. And that is time. It was D. David Mitchell, Victoria Corrin Mitchell, hosts Only Connect. And it looks like, let's look at the Red Herrings. C. Rufus Hound, F. Chuck Lorry, and L. Tino Tonatini were Red Herrings. That is the end of round number 3. Bonus 5 points to it, Stotley, the only player managing to get all 9 of those correct. Very well played to you. That takes you up to 83 points. Perta Nuevo was 72. Dogfish was 68. Now cut that out. 63. Benz with 62. 8. Minky with 57. Procyon, let's not do that again. Too much disagree. We'll start the debate in the chat. Use of TV I actually recognise and very, very appreciated. Well, you're welcome, Dogfish. I feel I might be overlapping with some of my own knowledge in this. Despite recognising another thing. That's the great thing about this game, Anasep. If you don't know them, if you don't recognise them, you can always have a guess based on the question or based on the answers that are there. So hopefully it's still kind of fun, even if you don't know all the answers, or you can at least have an educated guess. So we are going to go to the final round, round 4, where all will be decided. Let's have a look at what the round is. Round 4 is It's All So Wonderful. Now, if you didn't get a chance to play this on Tuesday, last Saturday, the rules were a bit different. Your points that you have indicated the order into which you came into the round. I've done away with that, and I've put the time up from 60 to 90 seconds. You've now all got the same amount of time. You'll all be unlocked together, and you have got 90 seconds to identify the 6 things that fit the question, which I'll reveal in a minute. And you've got all that time to read it as well. So the first 10 seconds will probably be people reading the questions and looking at the answers. Oh, excuse me. So there'll be 16 answers displayed. 6 of them will fit the category. 10 of them will not. And this is a picture round. Picture round in the final because I'm being progressive and trying something new. So when the category is revealed, you must whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot a string of 6 letters, exactly 6. No commas, no spaces, no periods or full stops in between them. As Matt is putting in the example there, A, B, C, D, E, F. It is not case sensitive, but you must put 6 different answers, otherwise obviously it won't count it. Apart from last week in the demo when it did, if you had just put all of the same answers 6 times, it would have counted that as correct, but it won't do that this week. So just that. If you get it right, you'll tick up, and you'll get, if you're the first to get it right, you get 100 points. The second player to get it right gets 90. The next player to get them all right gets 80, and so on until there are no points left to give out or your 90 seconds has expired. When we played this on Tuesday, nobody managed to solve the final wall. It's a bit like the Monkhouse Minute. It's a bit like Wipeout. In that it will tell you how many you got wrong, but not which ones you got wrong. And as Kegler Coach is saying, UVWXYZ is an auto loss. Quite right. Caps and order aren't important, as Yellowtail is saying. Yeah, if you get them wrong, it will tell you how many you got wrong, and you'll be frozen out for 5 seconds. The bot will ping you as soon as you submit your answer, and it will also ping you as soon as you are back in play. So do keep your eye on the chat for the bot atting you. Hopefully the bot will be able to cope with it. We'll see. Yeah, if you're the first to get all 6, you get 100 points. The next gets 90. The game continues until either time expires or there are no points left to give out. Hopefully that is all relatively clear. And that's how many you got wrong, was it? No, so it'll tell you how many you got right, Apodo. So it'll count up to how many you got right, and if you got 5 out of 6, it will say 5, freeze you out for 5 seconds, and then tick you back down, and then you'll be back in. So it will tell you the number of correct answers out of 6. Now, all the answers are revealed, and then the question starts immediately. I just have to press one button. So I will go through the answers, and then I will read the question at the end. And then maybe I'll read the question first. I'll read the question first, and then the answers. But it'll all happen in the chat at the same time. It's madness this round. Hopefully you all will have fun with it as well. Good luck. It's still anybody's game. Anybody could still win this. Press the button. Here we go. Good luck. Have fun. It's all so wonderful, and it is a picture round. Here's round 4. The criteria is: although there are 7, one has been omitted from this list. Identify 6 of the new 7 wonders of the world. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. So, a couple of early guesses there. 3 is the highest we've seen so far. Still 3 is the highest. There's a 4. ABME has managed to get a 4 in. Oh, and it's Solly is the first to find all 6. Very well played. Getting themselves 100 points. Sort of sealing their fate there, but how many can we get to? Who can get into second? There's another 4 there. It's a 2's a 3. There's a 5 from score count. Another few 3s coming in. Oh, there's another completion. Procyon Contained has managed to find all 6. Getting themselves 90 points. Another 4, another 4. There's 5. Some more 4s. Another 5 there. Some more 4s. Oh, and Samster is... no. Argument out of range. Let's unpause that. Oh, okay. You've killed my computer. What's going on? What's happening there? Argument out of range. Throw exception. Twitch control 117. What's happened there? Let me look at this script. The red flag has happened midway through the game. Let me have a look. It was all going so well. What happens in line 117 of Twitch control? Client.client.send message. Oh, it's send bot message. I think the bot might have just flooded the thing. That seems to be the problem there. Too many bot messages being sent. If I unpause it, maybe it'll just allow everything to carry on. No, it seems we killed Persephone bot. We can't get through the rest of this time. It seems every time someone sends a message now, and no one sent a message just for a second. All right, someone sent a message now. Oh, everyone's frozen on 0. Well, that's interesting. The game is also stuck. Oh dear. Time isn't even going down anymore. Well, fortunately, we know who won at least. Everyone wins. That's the end of time there. Right. I don't know if... I mean, we're going to be able to end this, but... The answers, for what it's worth... Yes, squeak! I think that this is... It's all coming back to the same error on line 117 and game control 504, which I think is the calling method, but I will just check that anyway. I'm assuming that's just too many messages from the bot. 504. What's happening with game control 504? Is it just calling twitch.send bot message? Oh, 30 seconds left. 60 seconds left. That was the problem there. 117. Game control 817. What's happening on 817? Squeak. Squeak. Twitch.chat. Yeah, I think the bot just passed out from all the love it was getting. Are you throttling the message just sending out, Ben, because you might have sent too much in a short amount of time? I think that is probably likely what it is. Right. Which means maybe I will just only get the bot to send messages when you're back in. Oh, that would be very depressing if I got banned by Twitch. That would put a real spanner in the works. Okay, well, that's the end of this round. The answers, for what it's worth, I'll worry about this in just a minute. HNEFID, which was the Great Wall of China. N, Christ the Redeemer. E, which is Machu Picchu. F, which is the Colosseum. I, which is the Taj Mahal. And D, which is Chicken something. Chicken Istra, which is a thing I'd not heard of. But yes, they are the 6 of the new 7 wonders of the world. Chicken Itza, that's the one. It's a chicken. I wonder what's going to happen when I press end final round. We'll find out. The winner is It's Sotley, but without any music, apparently. It did that because the bot tried to send a message. But the winner is still It's Sotley with 183. We knew It's Sotley had won that anyway because they were the first to find the answer and they were in the lead. So 183. Yeah, sorry I can't check your final scores for that. And maybe I'll be able to do it manually. No, I won't because... I'm looking at the screen to see your chat, but I can't do that because the game has stopped. So the Whisper window is out of our focus, so it's nice to ignore the chat during the gameplay. Yeah, that's a real shame. But well done to It's Sotley for winning that game. I'm going to roll the credits, reset the build, and I might just make a little tweak so that it only pings you back when you're back in, rather than saying you're locked out. Oh, actually, what's more important, to know how many you got wrong or to know when you're back in? Because I think it's probably more important to know. Yellowtail thinks how many you got wrong. Well, Brian, doing both was what caused the issue. Because before it was doing both. So if we go back up the chat, how can you tell? Can you tell how many you got wrong in the you're back? I probably yes, actually, I know I probably could. Pum and Ben, you're back in play. Tyson Bain, you got 3 correct. You were locked out for 5 seconds. Wrong will flash on screen anyway. Yes, it will, but it might be out of sync. It's Sotley is the only problem. I can tell you you're back in play at the same time. I can do it in a single message. Yes, you will know by looking at the screen how to do, but there may be some latency. So what I'll do, I'll roll the credits. We'll go to a micro dev stream where I'll fix that issue and set up the next game, and then we'll hopefully play game number 2 and my bot won't be banned, and that would be grand. Just say how many it took me longer than 5 to type in it. Fine. Well, I'll combine it into... I think it's important to know when you're back in if you're playing with latency, so I will put how many you got wrong, and I will put how many you got wrong in the same message that pings you back when you are back in. Yeah. Hooray! Let's roll the credits. I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Yeah, the credits work. See you in a minute. No? More errors. Coroutine couldn't be started because of a thing. Okay. We're still going to roll the credits, which is nice. The credits work. Famous last words. Yeah, credit for you, Proogs. You're getting some really nice ideas. So that's what Red Herrings kind of is supposed to look like. And they're still squeaking. Cards should have stopped squeaking, but obviously didn't because everything broke. Right, let's go to... Have I got an overlay for dev stream? Game dev. Yes, I have. Oh, that's not what we want to see, though. Let me open up... let me turn the... oh, for God's sake. Let me put the camera on. There we go. And let's fire up Twitch control, which I think is where it goes from. If I put this into... come on! Thank you. Dev stream mode, which is my regular mode. Pop that there. And that there. Why can't you see it? That should just be capturing the monitor. But apparently it's not. Oh, I've obviously not updated this since I've got a second monitor. Let's just do that. There we go. So, the problem should be in the coroutine, which is actually, I think, in game control. Is my mic on? Yes, it is. You're frozen. You're back in play. Here we go. Right. So, if score count equals 6, 12, correct count. So, that's fine. That can stay there. Oh, no. Not now, camera. Now is not the time to be sponsored by Panasonic. So, instead of sending that message, we need to go player name. You got space plus correct count plus correct. But you're now back in play. So now it will ping you when you're back in play, telling you how many you got right. Hey, babe. Hey. So I'm hoping just taking out that, because there wasn't a problem until that point. So I'm hoping halving the number of messages being pinged to the bot is going to be enough to resolve this. That's literally it. That is the end of the dev stream. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. So let's go back to...
Would your stream mind answering a question for me?
Yes, I'm sure they would not mind.
It's a fashion question, guys.
Fashion question from Mrs. Flush.
And it's a kind of a vote thing. But there's a jacket I'm thinking about buying, and it comes in a plethora of colours, but I've narrowed it down to 2, which is a really dark chocolate brown, like a really dark chocolate brown.
It sounds like it is multiple choice proofs. Yes.
Or a burgundy kind of colour, so not red, but you know, it's sort of it's burgundy.
Burgundy or chocolate brown. Can we get a poll going in the stream?
Or there's a tan. Actually, there is a really nice tan one, which is like really light brown. So I can't decide which colour I want. So if you guys could, yeah, those 3 options: really dark chocolatey brown. Chocolate is tastier, but it's whether or not it would clash with anything else that I wear.
So chocolate or burgundy, were they the options?
Chocolate, burgundy or tan.
Oh, chocolate, there's 3 options.
There are 3, yeah, sorry. 3 options.
Cancel the poll.
Stop the count.
Stop the count. Stop the count.
There are 3.
Stop the count. Well, burgundy won that poll.
As for what I would wear with it,
tan,
that's
burgundy
the
or chocolate?
thing. It's kind of like a lot of my jumpers are
nice
sort of this colour or grey. I don't know. And jeans, but those are always blue. So yeah.
Let's just do the jacket in the first instance.
Oh, the jacket is gorgeous. It's not
I'm sure it is.
The jacket isn't the problem. It's what colour is it? So yeah.
Right. So start the count. We really are sounding like the President of America right now, aren't we? Start the count. Keep counting. Stop the count.
You keep doing your coding, dear. This is.
No, I'm done. It was literally a single line just to alleviate the pressure on the bot a little bit.
Oh, right.
Try again is the name of the new poll. While we do that, I'm going to set up game number 2.
The first lady of Twitter. Thank you. Indeed,
and hopefully the bot won't be banned. We'll find out. Right, November 7th, pack 2. This is another one from me, for your sins. Let's save that. I actually wrote this one first, but for some reason I decided it was pack 2. Now, there's no music round in this one, and the picture round is...
Oh, has this got my round in it?
The one I think we co-wrote, possibly.
We co-wrote a round?
I can't remember which one of these was. Hang on a minute.
Burgundy's still winning.
Yeet. Let me go and I genuinely, this is really bad. I can't remember which round was the picture round. There's no picture round in the third pack. That's the community pack. The picture round was, it was that one. Okay. Actually, that's a thought. I probably should have checked that.
Guy. What won the vote?
Burgundy, 57%.
Burgundy won. Okay.
13 people thinking that.
Perfect. All right. Thanks, guys. I shall go and order the Burgundy. There we go.
Well done.
Yes.
Well done, everyone there.
Solved it.
So there's no music round clips in this one. I just need to. Normally I'll do this with set game, but because I've gone to a dev stream, I'm sort of just doing it. I'm doing it live. We'll do it live. Let me fire up these pictures into the picture round picks.
You seem like you have everything under control here.
This is fine. This is all fine. Everything is under control. Now, which round was it? That's the next question. I closed it because I'm a moron. Let's just look at it there.
Do you want me to go and get the cat and see if I can do some juggling or something?
No, it's all good. That is all that round 2. It's round 2. Right, okay. So, no music round. Round 2 is picture. Round 4 is not picture. Right, I think that's it. Hopefully the bot won't be banned. Question pack is loaded. Pictures have been set up. Pictures have been set up and loaded. Test mode is off. Round 2 is picture. I need to turn the webcam off on the separate webcam thing. Let's put the placeholder back on. Webcam, flush cam, deactivate cam, and go back to integrated cam. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Please, the camera isn't. Oh, I see. Right, let's go on. Game number 2. Fingers crossed everything will work. Welcome to game 2 after that rather alarming unorthodox interval in between the two games. Welcome to game number 2. The rules are the same. The pack is brand new. If you want to come and play, let's open the lobby and punch in the code. Thank you, darling. More wine. Okay, well that's a promising start. And the bot is able to post into the chat. So that's all good news. That is a good thing. A reminder, this is another question pack written by yours truly. I think Mrs. Flush helped me write 1 or 2 of the rounds in this one.
Did I?
Possibly.
I might have done. I may have done. There is a high possibility.
High possibility.
I'm going to go read Alex Rider.
Okay, I'll see you in a bit.
In a bit.
Mwah. Love you.
Bye guys, thank you for helping me choose my jacket. I will model it all for you when it turns up.
Yes, it will be modelled, fully modelled, as and when it arrives. Right, punch in the code if you want to come and play the game. Hopefully taking out that line of code that I now just want to check, because I didn't actually double check it. I just sort of wrote it and then hopefully that works. It was in game control, wasn't it? I was going to double check it just because I'm now paranoid. Why are you on that monitor? Come enjoy the game. Twitch.sendbot message is now highlighted out. Good, right. It should be fine. I knew it was fine. I just want to make sure. Anyway, congratulations to Sotley on winning the first game. To simulate flatulence. Yes, indeed, Aristotle. It is objectively hilarious. There's no two ways around that. Oh, a great big noise. Thank you for that host there, Toshi. Toshi Daru. That might be why, because Toshi, you were on my my placeholder names list of players when I test these games out, and it was Toshi Daru Desu. But if you've got a new name, that might be why it's not coming up when I type you. So now you're just Toshi Daru. I can update you and put you back on the list. I was wondering if there was a bug in my code, but it's just a bug in your name, it turns out, because you've got a new one. Welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here. That'll be it. That'll be it. Right. We'll give it just a couple more minutes. If anyone else wants to come and join, 7, 14, 21, 28, 34. Can we get 35? We get 5 lines. Let's get 5 lines, 5 lines. Yeah, no need to apologise for your name, Toshi. Also, it is now nearly past 9 o'clock, so I'm not worried about the internet sharting itself this evening. It is a great tune, isn't it, Matt? It does get stuck in your head, though. Last week, not last, week before this week, so last week, yes, this was going around on a loop. Round and 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 round. But it is a good one. Right, is it Sotley here? Sotley is here, coming to defend their title. BONUSQUESTION! Exclamation mark. That's a thing. It really works. You've no idea how long it took me to get that animation right. I was very close to running out of patience to get that right. But hopefully it all looks good on the stream as well. It looks good at this end. But I like the purge animation, which doesn't do the lights in time with the music, but it should do. Who knows? Right, I'm gonna let this loop run out, and then we will begin game number 2. I hope you enjoy the game. The breakage notwithstanding, which I'm assuming is just the bot having a heart attack. Can you make them festoon around the screen twinkle? When I start the round, Proogs, it will do its twinkly goodness. I haven't got a button anymore to make it do that spontaneously. But when we go to the round, the fairy lights will do their fairy light goodness. We're nearly there. Get to the end of this loop, and then I'll open the lobby. So you've got about 15 seconds if you want to come and join. Make it 35. Boom, boom, a boom, 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 a boom, 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 boom. Here we go then. Let's go to round 1. Round 1 is man's best friend. If you are playing, there's your twinkly lights, Proogs, as well. I know Proogs is a bit of a techie, so would appreciate something like that. So, round 1, if you've not played in the previous game, the rules are the same. If you haven't played in the previous game, though, you won't have heard those rules. The round is called Man's Best Friend. There are 16 answers, only 12 questions. 4 of the answers will be red herrings. If you get the answer right, you get a point. If you get the answer wrong, you lose a point. There are 3 bonus questions in the round, for which if you get them right, you get 3. And if you get them wrong, you lose 3. All you've got to do is whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot the letter A through P. Not the full name, just the letter. And as ever, keep your eye on the chat, because once the question is live in chat, assuming the bot doesn't have a heart attack, the question will be live. Let's go and have a look at the options for round 1. Dachshund, Great Dane, German Shepherd, Greyhound, Labrador, Golden Retriever, St Bernard, Yorkshire Terrier, Poodle, Shar-Pei, Beagle, Chihuahua, Springer Spaniel, Schnauzer, Old English Sheepdog and Corgi. Those are your options, and remember the game is on autopilot, so once it starts I won't be able to stop it unless the bot breaks and I am forced to restart it. Good luck, have fun. Round 1 is man's best friend. Here comes question number 1. If I went down to the track, which dog would I expect to see? Most was getting that one right. It was Deer Greyhound. Go watch some greyhound racing. Been a while since seen some greyhound racing. Yes, I've not really my thing, but I know about it. Question 2. Which dog breed did you need to find in your pot noodle to win £10,000? Oh, hello, Clive. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Your lead has been encroached on in set game, Clive. Not as many attempting that one as Poodle. If you find Poodle in your pot noodle, we'll give you some money. On we go. Question 3. What is the proper name for a sausage dog? It's a dachshund or a dachshund. A was the answer. On we go. Question number 4. Oh, it's a bonus question. What excitement. 3 if you get it right, lose 3 if you get it wrong. Here it comes. What breed of dog is Scooby-Doo? He's a Great Dane. B, Great Dane was the answer we wanted there. On we go. Question number the next. 5, I think. Which breed of dog shares its name with a 2003 track by DJ Bobo? Has the internet died? Oh no, Car knows the answer. As does Procyon, as done it's Otley. Oh, it was a Chihuahua. A little bit more off the cuff there. There's a little bit more of a curveball in there. Chihuahua, L was the answer. On we go. Bonus question, S-T-I-O-N, exclamation mark. 3 points if you get it right, lose 3 if you get it wrong. Which dog is often called an Alsatian? It's a German Shepherd. C is a German Shepherd or an Alsatian. On we go. Question number 7. What breed of dog is Snoopy? All the cat people in the game. I'm just going to sit this round out. He's a Beagle. K. Beagle is the answer. On we go to question number the next. And it's another bonus question, the third and final bonus question. 3 points for a right answer here, lose 3 for a wrong one. Which breed of dog shares its name with half of a Canadian province? Labrador, Newfoundland and Labrador is the province in question. All the bonus questions are up. Here comes question 9. Though spelled differently, which breed of dog shares its name with a character from High School Musical? It's Jay Sharpay, played by Ashley Tisdale, I want to say. Sharpay is the dog in question. Number 10. Which breed of dog shares its name with the 12th century French abbot? As if we wanted just a bit of contrast in the questions. It is the St. Bernard. St. Bernard of Burgundy. G was the answer. 2 more, I think, in this round. Here's 11. Combine the name of an American talk show host with a word that sounds a bit like an Elton John song, and you'll get what? I don't know why host has got a capital H. That's my bad. It's a Springer Spaniel. Jerry Springer and Daniel was the song I had in mind. M was the answer we needed. 1 more in this round. Which dog was popularised after it was used in a series of UK paint adverts? Ooh, few people getting that one wrong. It's the Old English Sheepdog, using the Dulux adverts. Let's have a look at the Red Herrings. Golden Retriever, Yorkshire Terrier, Schnauzer and Corgi were the Red Herrings there. And that is the end of round 1. No perfect scores there. The best we got there was 11 out of 12 from Cola and Carr, both on 17. It's Sotley's on 16, along with It's Sotley, Innes, I want to say, and Clive of Legend. Pum and Ben on 15. Mogra, hello Mogra, welcome to the stream on 15. Procyon Contain on 15. Dogfish, Samster, Gruff Carlo on 14. Proogs is on 13. Apoden Ravers on 12, along with 8 Minky. And then I have to press the ID button. Serial Quizzer and Matt and Tyson Bain are all on 9. Ben's J is on 8, or Ben's J. Lingomaniac, welcome to the stream, Lingomaniac. Lovely to have you here on 8. Connor's on 7. Ash is on 6, along with Abney. Cetra and the Westernator on 5. J-Box is on 4. Drahuska, and I think that's Cyclespace. Is it Cyclespace? Yes, and Cyclespace on 3. Drew Dave Tom on 2. Aristotic on 1. And Jay Turner, should remember that, on 0. Kegler Coach on -1. Toshi on -5. Pokenuts on -8. Got most of them. I will get used to your avatars, but it's a bit more difficult if you don't have an avatar, so to speak. Yeah. No perfect rounds there, but not a problem. We're going to go on to round number 2. And it's the second of the election specials. Round 2 is one of the great minds of all time. And because he was a red herring in the last game, this round is all to do with the leader of the free world, President Donald John Trump. And I'm sure we'll all enjoy it. We'll have a great time with one of the great minds of all time. This is where everyone leaves. I don't know if everyone's going to leave the stream, or I might get an influx of people saying, stop the count, or something. I'm not going to get political. I try to remain as non-partisan as possible. But yeah, I did want to honour the fact we've had a bit of an election this week. Everyone front the bar again. Don't do that, opponent away though. Dogfish is swapping from wine to vodka. Well, I can also tell you this is a picture round. It's a picture round. It's not just 16 pictures of Donald Trump. You'll be blissfully relieved to hear. Scoring, again, slightly differently. It's timed round, so if you answer in the first 5 seconds, you get 3. The next 5 seconds, you get 2. The last 5 seconds, you get 1. So the faster you answer, the more points you get. Again, it's just a single letter to Persephone's Twitchbot to answer in this round. Link minutes going from absinthe to Everclear. I don't even know what that means. I know what absinthe is. What's Everclear?
You think I know?
I don't know what Everclear is. But that sounds dangerous, Lingomaniac. Again, there are 3 bonus questions in this round which don't have a timed element, but they're worth a flat rate of 5 whenever you answer. If you get any of them wrong, including the bonus questions, you don't lose points, but you freeze yourself out of the next question. So obviously you don't want to freeze yourself out of a bonus question because, 90 plus proof. No, that's some strong stuff. Not so good. Grain alcohol, 190% proof.
Isn't that basically
bottled ethanol, basically?
I was just going to say, isn't that lighter fluid?
Lighter fluid. Fun. Well, please don't. Everclear to white spirit, cars raising the bargain. Let's not do this. I can't advocate alcohol poisoning on stream. That would be a terrible thing.
No.
He says, drinking more Yellowtail. Yellowtail, I'm drinking you again tonight. Does that sound weird? I don't think that sounded weird.
Oh my, I must clutch my pearls.
I must clutch my pearls. Anyway, you don't want to get frozen out of a bonus question because they're worth a flat rate of 5, but if you get one wrong, you freeze yourself out of the next question. The Shiraz Kegler coach, it's very nice. Let's have a look at the options. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. They're all people. I'll give you just a couple of seconds to have a little look at them before we start the round and see what you make of this. Because I could do picture rounds of this game, and it's just so much fun to do. I'm not going to tell you who they are until the answers are revealed. But good luck, everyone. Have fun. Just whispering the letter. Timed element, and freeze out if you get it wrong. No penalty for abstaining. Good luck. Let's play round 2. One of the great minds of all time. Here comes question number 1. Which politician did Trump bestow the charming nickname Crazy upon? J-Box has got the answer, the only one to do so far. J-Box getting the answer. It was J. That's Nancy Pelosi. He called her Crazy Nancy. Crazy Nancy Pelosi. On we go. Question 2. Who is Trump's current wife? Not everyone getting this one right. A few people locked out there. It was L. That's Melania Trump down there. L was the answer. On we go to question number 3. Oh, and it is a bonus question. Flat rate of 5 points. The timed element is off. Here it comes. Which relative of Trump shares their name with the location of breakfast in a 1961 movie? And that's the time. Breakfast at Tiffany's. That is Tiffany Trump there over on C. A few people getting locked out on that question. Here we go. Who did Trump last year say needs to work on their anger management, then go to a movie with a friend? It was Greta Thunberg over there on G, appropriately on G. G for Greta over there. Here we go. Question number, the next one. Question 5, I believe, and it is a bonus question. Flat rate of 5 if you get this one right. Who is Trump's eldest child? Couple of rights, couple of wrongs. Ooh. Very interesting round there. It's F. That's Donald Trump Jr. over there on F. That was the answer we were after. On we go. Question number 6. Who was Trump's first press secretary? Any more for any more? It was Sean Spicer over there on B. That is Sean Spicer there. Nobody locked out of this question, so everyone back in. Here's question number 7. Who was the only Republican senator to vote to impeach Trump earlier this year? Couple of wrong answers. It was I. That's Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney was the answer, and there he was down on I. Here we go. Next question. Which member of the Trump team refers to themselves as a Christian, a conservative, and a Republican in that order? It's D. Mike Pence. There he is up there with the fly on his head during that VP debate. 3 people frozen out of question 9. Who was the last Republican president before Trump? It was George W. Bush over there. Drew Dave Tom frozen out of this question. It is a bonus question, flat rate of 5 for this one. Here it is, question 10. Who is Trump's chief of staff? Tricky one, this one. Oh, ABNE's managed to find it. As has, I think, Serial Quizzer and Ben's J. It's N. That's Mark Meadows down there on N. Bit of a tricky one there. 2 more questions. A lot of people frozen out here. Question 11. Which Trump lawyer recently starred in Borat's subsequent movie film? I don't think he realised he was starring in it at the time. It's H over there. That's Rudy Giuliani, the Trump lawyer who starred in the latest Borat film. One more for you. Who did Trump face in the 2020 presidential election? A couple of people, I'm assuming, are typoing on this. J-Box and Gruff Carlo. It was, of course, A. That is Joe Biden. Let's have a look at the red herrings in this round. That's E. Ivanka Trump, K. Eric Trump, M. Barack Obama, and O. Hillary Clinton were the red herrings. That is the end of the round. It's the end of round 2. So how are we supposed to have heard about that? Quite right, it is. To be fair, it's very unfair of me to throw this into it. He was really biding his time in that round. It really was. Funny you should say biding my time making puns about Biden. The game I'm working on at the moment, which might be airing next week, might be. The title, I've been looking at it because I've been watching basically that development of New Game and coverage of the US election. I've started seeing the name Biden in my game, even though the word Biden does not appear in the new game. But when I show it, hopefully next Saturday, you'll see what I mean. Now cut that out. Hello, boo-boo.
He's not happy. He's just...
Oh, come and show him to the camera. Everyone loves a cat.
Happy boy.
Are you a big fat cat?
He's just wanting to move from the kitchen to the bedroom. So
hello, boy. Can we call you Joe Biden?
Down. I'm not calling the cat Joe Biden.
Are you Joe Biden cat?
No, he's a really
You've
angry,
got a hair colour for
hacked
it.
off cat.
We call you Mike Pence cat.
I think there are ghosts that have got better complexion than Joe Biden.
Doesn't have better complexion. Mike Pence has poor complexion. In the Spitting Image, the new series of Spitting Image, Mike Biden is literally a corpse, which is, I think, very funny. Mike Pence, sorry, it's literally a corpse. I'm getting things mixed up now. Let's have a look at the scores. Now cut that out, and Mogra are joint top with 37. Procyon Contain has 36. Samster and Cola both on 35. Clive and Ben's J on 33. Innis is on 30. Serial Quizzer 29. Dogfish 28. It's Saltley 26. Abme 25, along with Grufficalo. J-Box and Lingo Maniac and Prue's all on 24. Cars on 23. Matt's on 20. Apodo Nuevo 17, along with the Westernator. Cycle Space Tyson Bain on 16. 8 Minky Pum and Ben on 15. Connor on 10. Ash on 9. Jay Turner on 8. Toshi on 6, along with Drahuska. Cetra on 5. Drew Dave Tom on 2. Holger Mates, I think, on 2. Oh, it's the Pokemon name that I can't remember on 1, and Pokenuts on -7. Let me just check the ones I missed. Kegler Coach on 2. Aristotle on 1. Pokenuts on -7. I got most of them. Right. That's the end of round 2. So much to play for. We're going to go on to round number 3. A singular sensation is round number 3. Oh, yes, as Clive said. Don't comment too much upon that, Clive, if you've spotted the reference, because it might be a question. No! Stop the chat! Stop! Before you give stuff away, it might be a question. I've got to stop putting clues to the round in the question in the category title. No, it's fine. You carry on as you were. A singular sensation. Round number 3. As you know, there are only 9 questions for 12 answers, so only 3 red herrings in this round. And it's the accumulator round. So for every question you get right, you get an extra point. So the first question you get right, you get 1. The next one you get 2. The next one you get 3, and so on. If you abstain, no change to your score, but it doesn't break your accumulator. If you get one wrong, it breaks your accumulator, and you go back to 1. So if you've accumulated a lot of points and you're not sure, you might just want to sit it out and not gamble it. It's up to you. Depends how many points you're after. At the end of the round, if you have a perfect round and get 9 out of 9, then you will get a bonus 5 points at the end of this round. Let's have a look at your options for round 3. All the cats are being fed, which is why I can now put my legs down. Oh my god. Oh, sweet relief. The lactic acid is leaving me. It's gorgeous. Right, let's have a look at the options for round 3. 1, wine, wince, 1, wang, 1, 1, 1, wine, 1, 1, once, win, 1, win, win. It's not a music round. It is a standard question round, so you've only got 15 seconds for each one. And those are your options. I suggest reading them carefully. I might be channeling a little bit of Catane here, as before, whispering only the letter. So ready to fail at this. Good luck, Aperto Nuevo, and to everyone else, good luck, have fun. Round 3 is a singular sensation. Here comes question number 1. What does Lavender Brown call her boyfriend in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince? No penalty for getting the first question wrong. There's no freeze-outs in this round. It's F11. She calls him 1-1. His name is Ron. Question 2. What is the name of a giant in Game of Thrones? A little bit early there, J-Box. If you go purple, it means you're on a streak. Blue means you're not on a streak. Green means you're right. Red means you're wrong. So we go from 1-1 to 1-1. 1-1 is the giant in Game of Thrones. H was the answer we needed there. Question number 3. If somebody's having a tantrum, you might accuse them of having a what? J-Box getting the wrong answer there. It's wine with an H. Someone's having a wine with an H. On we go. Question number 4. Fill in the missing word of this sentence. Joe Biden has just what? The White House. Pum and Ben setting this one out, but everyone else getting it right. Well done. The answer was D1. He has just won the White House. Here we go. Question number 5. At the start of most fairy tales, how many times does it occur upon a time? Just the once. Once upon a time was the answer we were after there. Here we go. Question number 6. If somebody's complexion looks pale and sickly, how might you describe them? Remember, abstaining does not break your streak, but getting it wrong does. It was A1. Someone is pale and wan. Was the answer we were after there. Mike Penicillin. Question 7. A situation where either outcome ends in a good result can be described as what? Most of us getting that. The answer was L. Win-win. A win-win situation. Which is like if you place a large bet on Donald Trump to win the presidency. Question number 8. What does Royal Flush drink entirely too much of? Drew Dave Tom managed to get that one wrong. The answer is wine. I drink entirely too much wine. Empress Echo, quite right. Question number 9, last one of the round. Which word precedes singular sensation to give the opening line of a song from a chorus line? It's K1, one singular sensation. And the Red Herrings there, Wince, Wang, and Win. C, E, and J were answers. Let's have a look at the scores. Again, no perfect rounds there, but not much change to the actual ordering of the scores. Now cut that out, and Mogra both still on 73. Procyon Contains on 72. Samsa 71. Clive on 69. Nice. Serial Quiz on 65. Cola's on 63. It's Otley 62. Ben is on 61, along with Gruffacalo. Innis 58. Abney 53. Car 51. Dogfish 49. Podonuevo 45, along with J-Box and Prugs. 8 Minkies on 43, Matt's on 41, the West Natives on 38, Cycle Space and Tyson Bain both on 37, Lingo Maniac's got 36, Connor's got 31, Asher's got 30, Jay Turner's got 29, Aristotle on 22, Toshi's got 21, Cetra's got 20. Is it Kegler Coach or Holgamate? Holgamate. I'm going to say Holgamate on 17, Drahusk on 15, Pum and Ben on 15, Pokernuts on 14, Drew Dave Tom on 5. Was I right? No, it's Kegler Coach. Did I say Holgamate?
You did.
Oh, Kegler. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I get it. I think it's because I've seen your avatar new for the first time. I'm going to press it again to make sure I don't forget. Kegler Coach. I went back to thinking Holgamate. I'm so sorry, Kegler Coach and Holgamate, for mixing you up. But those are the scores, but it's still anybody's game as we go into the final round. You're off out. You can take dog a walk.
I'm not walking. I'm just going to take her out so she can,
Pee.
pee.
Cool. All right, I'll see you in a few minutes.
See you in a bit.
Love you. Final round is The Fat Lady Sings, which is appropriate for the final round. And also, it's a standard round, no pictures in this round. It is just a standard words round. And fingers crossed the bot won't break this time, but it also won't tell you how many you got wrong until you're back in. But you can keep your eye on the screen. And all will be well. So, The Fat Lady Sings. You must submit your answers to Persephone's Twitch bot as a single string of 6 characters. No commas, no spaces, no periods, nothing like that. Just a single string of 6 characters to the bot. If you get all 6 right, if you're the first to do so, you get 100 points. The next one you get 90, next person to do it gets 80, and so on until there are no points left, or the time runs out, or the game crashes, which I've discovered last game is a third option. Everything will come up at once, and everyone is in from the start, so... you might want to spend a few minutes reading the questions, looking at the options. You've got 90 seconds to win it. It is still anyone's game. If Drew Dave Tom gets it right and first and no one else does, then he could still stand to win the game. So, wide open. But of course, the players with the highest scores are in the strongest position. Otley is looking to defend that title, I am sure. Only 11 points behind now. Cut that out. And Mogra at the moment. So, only 2 places difference in getting the answers right could make the difference here. Good luck to you all. The final round is The Fat Lady Sings. You've got 90 seconds to win it. Good luck. Have fun. Here are your options, and here is the question. Identify 6 operas written by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. A. Don Giovanni. B. Idomeneo. C. The Firebird. D. The Raven. E. The Prince of Egypt. F. The Love for 3 Oranges. G. The Thieving Magpie. H. Carmen. I. The Abduction from the Seraglio. J. Bastien and Bastien. K. Fidelio. L. Tosca. N. The Marriage of Figure. N. The Magic Flute. O. Titus Andronicus. B. Vozic. Innis is the first to get all 6. And now cut that out is the second. That's going to make for very interesting reading with the scores later on. Lots of 4s, a few 5s coming in here. Hopefully the bot won't have a heart attack. Still more 4s coming up here. 5 from the Western Nathan right now. A 3 there from a Pernuevo, a 3 from Clive, a 4 from Lingo Maniac, Dogfish, Drew Day Tom, Asher found another 4, Samson's found 4. Dogfish on 4, Cars managed to get it back up to 5. 4 from Clive and Pokernuts here. Another successor there. That is Connor has managed to find all 6, getting himself 80 points. Very well played. More dolls coming in. 4s, a 4, a 4. 3s, more 4s, 3s. You're coming up to 30 seconds left. The bot is still alive as we approach 30 seconds. 30 seconds and the bot has survived. Dogfish has solved it, managed to find all 6, getting himself 70 points there. Lingo Maniac has done the same, getting 60 points. This is going to make some very interesting reading of the scores here. 4, Ash has managed to get to 5. 3s, 4s, a 5 from Cola there, another 4 from Ash. Last 10 seconds, Pokernuts has found 4. A 5 from Procyon Container, 5 from Apodono, a 5 from 8 Minky, the West Nature, and Cola. They're going to get 6 before the end. Abney has managed to find 6 before the end, getting himself 50 points, and that is the end of the round. Let's have a look at the answers. Don Giovanni, Idomeneo, the Abduction from the Seraglio, Bastien and Bastien, the Marriage of Figaro, and the Magic Flute. Goodness gracious me, that is the end of the round, and that was a very tight score. Something I would be genuinely interested in your feedback about. Do you think 100, 90, 80, 70 is too much for the final round? Do you think it should go 50, 45, 40, 35, 30? I thought about this earlier, but I thought I would get some feedback from y'all, because if you think that 100 points is too much in the final, then I can tweak it before the next game. 50, take away 50, 45, 40. Objectively, it's probably too much. Subjectively, no. We think 50, 45, 40 would be better. Feedback, instant feedback here, and I will change this for the next game. Agree with Innes. Objectively, it's probably too much. Subjectively, no. 50-ish is better. That's what I'm starting to think. My sort of reluctance to do that is that having, in that round, for example, Drew Dayton could have won, despite being in last. Some of the previous rounds, it's 20, 40 and 45, I think, which is why 100 felt good. But of course, it's 100 and then it's sort of graded down, 100, then 90, then 80. So it's not. But of course, not everybody can get those points. Percentages of that would be a flap. I mean, I could do it, sounds, but I couldn't do it in 5 minutes before the last game. 100 potentially renders the rest of the show. That's a really good point, it's Otley. 60, maybe 60 reducing by 5, so then maybe 12 people can get there. That's not a bad idea. 60 and then reducing by 5. That's what has been suggested. How do we feel about that? Because I can go and make that change very quickly now, and we can have that for the third game, which is a community written pack. Yay. 60. 60? Maybe seems a bit odd, but it's an odd numbered game. 60, 55, 50. I will do that. We'll have another micro dev stream. I will make that change. It already does start at 100 egg. Most people a chance. Just here for 73 to 5, so 60 covers most of that, yeah. 60 then now by 5. I'm not changing the entire mechanics of the game, egg, at the moment. It's not dropped by 10 seconds after 100 seconds. No, I'm not gonna go down that road. I like the idea of the more points for the faster you answer. And then it reducing when someone does get it right. 56 and down in 7s for the hell of it. No, I'm not going to do that either. I'm going to go with 60 reducing by 5. That feels good because that means 12 people can then get a chance to get some points in the final. I will do that before the next... Be quiet, Samster. You behave. No, stop with the... No, enough suggestions now. Stop the count. Stop the count. 100 at the end makes the rest of the game red herring. That's a good point, Gruff Colour, so maybe thematically fitting. But... on the plus side, the bot didn't crash. Yay! So that's encouraging. Was that a massive issue to people? Was that 17 times by points minus E to the power of X players? David J. Bodicum, you are a sick, sick man. The voice chat do not approve. The voice chat do not approve of the bot doing the thing with the stuff and the thing. Oh, that's not a bad idea, Mogra. Number of points equal to number of seconds left. Because it's 90 seconds, that's a really good number. Problem with that is, as you get towards the end of the game, if only one person has answered it, if you're getting towards the end, then it's like, well, what's the point? I'm going to get like 5 points, even if I solve it at this stage, even though only one person has solved it before me. Nice idea, but I'm not sure about for this. I'm going to try. We'll try in the next game, 60 reducing by 5. For now, though, I'll do that in the micro dev stream in just a couple of minutes. For now, though, congratulations to our winner in the second game, which is... Now cut that out! Well played, 163 points. Now cut that out. You are the champion of this game, and all the things have gone back, and all is well. Yes? You've got a cat, have you? Oh, Penny is sitting on Mrs. Flush. It's Persephone's Mrs. Flush. Huh? No, you just stay there for the rest of time. That's how this gig works. Now cut that out. Congratulations on winning the second game. We are going to play one more game of Red Herrings tonight, and this is a community written pack, and I'm very, very grateful to, in this order, Cycle Space, 8 Minky, Mrs. Flush, and then me. I did the final round for this week. But before we do that, I will do the micro dev stream, and before we do that, we'll roll the end credits. Congratulations to Now Cut That Out. I will see you in just a few minutes. So that is the end of game number 2. Let's pause that there. Let's go back to dev stream mode and let's implement that change very quickly. And then, of course, I've got to do the setup for the next game. So let's go scripts and game control. I like this, micro dev streams in between. You guys probably don't. You guys probably just want to play. And I appreciate your patience. Yeet! No, that one is what we want. So, this should be relatively straightforward. Points for final 60. Validate round 4 answer. Unfreeze if correct. Oh, you're texting me. You're texting me pictures of you with the cat. Points for final minus equals 5. And then there's final countdown. I need to update that as well. Final timer. There we go, final timer. We ignore that code. 5 seconds. There should be if time points for final is less than or equal to 0. So that doesn't change. Time remaining equals 0. Stop loop, play once. Good. So now you'll get 60 points for the first to answer, and then it will go down in 5. So 12 people can answer the final, and hopefully that will be interesting. Hopefully. Right. I'm going to go to be right back. I need to pop to the loo as well, and I've got to set up for round 3 and change all the variables that and get another glass of wine. So I might just pop set game back up just for a couple of minutes. That has been fixed, and I hope I've not broken anything in doing that. Let's... Come on. Come on. There we go. Thank you. Let's go back to Twitch mode. Minimize. Yeet. That over to there. And then yeet that down to there. Maximize that. And then I need to find set game, which is still open. I'll put set game back on for you all. I'll play some jazz and I'll be back in a couple of minutes for the final game of the night. So sit tight and I'll be back very soon. Be right back set is what we want. And I need to mute the microphone and I need to put some jazz on. Yeah, about 3 minutes. Back with you shortly.
Sound is all around us, everywhere. It beats at our eardrums until much of the time we're hardly conscious of it. But on this particular Saturday morning, Jimmy Foster suddenly became very conscious of it. Well, he'd soon find out whether there was a vibration along with the sound. The scrap of wood showed him that when the bell sounds, it does vibrate. Try this, Jimmy. Jimmy's ears were now wide open to the sounds around him.
Say, that's wonderful. It sounds as if it's right next to my ear.
Short waves for a high note, Long waves for a low note. So you see, the loudness of any sound you hear varies with its intensity and its distance from you. Be careful, Jimmy. It corrodes my radio club. Now watch.
And that's that.
That's that, but it's not all by any means.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a good set game there. Clive now trying to minimise his lead in Arizona. Sorry, no more politics. Politics? No more politics. No, there's been enough in the questions tonight. I hope you've all had fun. Thank you so much to everybody for sticking around and for the suggestions. We'll hopefully make this last round work. And hello, MCD573. Welcome to the stream. And anyone else I've missed who's joined us and I haven't had a chance to say your name. Natter, I know, showed up once. How Tattoo showed up. Yellowtail, Lingamaniac, Clive, Pokenuts. 55 people, according to my Twitch chat tracker, have been active in the chat tonight, which is so gratifying. Thank you so much for coming out. It's lovely to have you here. I hope you've been enjoying Red Herrings. It's sponsored by Panasonic, apparently. There we go. It's a bit silly, but hopefully it's kind of fun as well. And it's a bit different from the last two major games I've done. Next week, I am planning on going back to form with the darkness and the seriousness. The new game I've got in mind for next week, which I started this week, and. Excuse me. Thanks in advance already to Ash for helping me out and saying, just go and do it in Blender, Ben. Don't bother with masking stuff. Go and do it in Blender. You know what I'm talking about, Ash. Nice one for low pressure game. It is, Clive. So, Ash, you'll be able to see what that's all about next week. Fingers crossed. Assuming I get some work done on it this week. Very much looking forward to it, but do come join us next week we're going to be playing The Purge. It'll be a guest pack for The Purge. I've got quite a few people who've sent me guest packs for The Purge, and we're playing. I think M3 Times has sent me one, which I'm looking at using. I don't think M3 Times is here tonight, but The Purge next week as the first game, and then hopefully new game, which I nearly said the name of, but sounds a bit like Biden. Clue for you. Need to start with all these new games. To be fair to you, Ash, you've got a full-time, proper, actual job making games and stuff for people. Whereas this is, I've sort of appropriated this as my full-time job, so it's sort of what I'm doing. So maybe I've got a little bit more time on my hands, as it were, at the moment. But hey, I'm having a great time doing it, and if you guys are enjoying them, then that's all good for me. If for whatever reason I can't get this 15 days off to take some time before the end of yes, you were going to do that around Christmas. Ash and I were chatting about holiday due the other day, but yeah, take some time off. Do take some time off over the holidays, Ash. Ash and I have got something we're going to announce at some point in the next week, hopefully. Something that's going to be happening over the build up to Christmas, which will be very exciting. How much time to develop a game like this for a complete noob like me? For a complete noob serial quizzer? Well, if you've not done any programming stuff... Oh, yeah, that thing. Soon, TM. If you've not done any programming serial quizzer, then probably a little while. I mean, Red Herrings I threw together inside a week, 5-6 days maybe, and then a couple of things that sort of tweaked on top of it, fine-tuning and so on. But the nuts and bolts of it were done in a week, but I've been doing this for over a year, and before that programming for a couple of years, and all the time I'm learning new stuff. I wrote in the Discord earlier on about this. Actually, you should totally go and join the Discord if I focus on the right window, if you're not there already. And at some point I will probably write my memoirs about my experience in programming and stuff, but if you want to know more about how to do stuff like this, do go and check out Ash's Unity workshop, which he does on select Saturdays, and may or may not be starting up next week. I think it's had a couple of weeks off because there's been a lot of things going on with Ash, with end of season and various other things. But if you want to go and check that out, Ash has got all the answers to the questions, and he's very good at explaining stuff from someone going in as a novice. So do go check Ash out on Select Saturday. I think he's coming back with that next Saturday, possibly, but check him out. That'd be good. He'll give you all the info you need. What was I saying? Yeah, no, I can't remember. Oh yeah, thing coming soon for from me and Ash. So keep your eyes on the various Discords for information about that. But yeah, that was it. If for whatever reason I can't get this new game done for next week, I think I probably will. But if I can't, then it will probably be The Purge with Danger Zone, I imagine. Yeah, probably The Purge and Danger Zone, I think. But hopefully, fingers crossed, The Purge and new game. Other stuff, what's going on in the world at the moment? Well, of course, you've got your regular dose of Quets in a little while, over doing some Chase VGM. It says BST. I must update the Nightbot ping commands. But that's the thing. You've got our friend Tipster, who is going to be hosting the Pinnacle Larder tomorrow at 7. It's GMT, not BST. 7 o'clock GMT tomorrow. New Chaser now on the Chase VGM. Ooh, excitement. So a new Chaser. So if you want to go and check out Quets tonight, he's also on Thursday lunchtime UK time. I think it's 12 noon GMT now. It might be 1 o'clock GMT on Thursday for Quets for the Chase VGM. Do go and give that a look in. On Monday, Matt the Ref is going to be back. There's no underscores on the command. Matt the Ref. There we go. Is going to be back with Matt's Monday Mayhem, which is at the moment In It to Win It. Take it or leave it. No, In It to Win It. In It to Win It, Matt's new game, Monday nights at 8 o'clock. Do go and check that out as well. I'm going to be back on Tuesday. Now, Tuesday this week, we've got Blockbusters and the Code. We've got loads of questions for the Code, and the jackpot's going to be reset to 3,000, so do come along for that. But we could do with a few more questions for Blockbusters. So if you would like to write some alphabetical questions, do go join the Discord, download the app, and ping them over to me. That would be lovely to have. We need a few. We've probably got enough to play Blockbusters on Tuesday this week. Thereafter, we're going to start running out. So if you've got some questions in mind for Blockbusters, do send them in my general direction. That would be amazing. That's this Tuesday at 8 o'clock on this channel. Ash is back on Wednesday with, I want to say Outright, but I don't know if I'm right about that. Ash will tell us in a minute. I know Ash is also here on Friday, and I think he wants to unveil the Vault next Friday. But I'm not finished yet, Deduce Man. We've got another game to play. Stay here. I happen to be doing announcements now. Shall I open the lobby? Let me open the lobby. Come and join the game, and I'll carry on doing announcements. Oh, it's Golden Mine on Friday. Golden Mine with Catnip this Friday, so do pop along to that. That means you've got to do the Vault by Wednesday, Ash. Is the conclusion we can draw from that. So the Vault on Wednesday on Ash's channel. No, it might be the Vault, might be something else, but do go check Ash out on Wednesday. And of course, Quizzy Dan will be with us on Thursday for his Quizzy Bingo. So do go give him a look in as well. Next Saturday, as I've mentioned, I'm back with The Purge and, fingers crossed, new game. And if anyone wants to write questions for In It to Win It, do get in touch with Matt. You can get him either on his server or through mine or Ash's server. It'd be lovely to have you there if you want to come and get involved. So, final game of Red Herrings this evening. This is a community written pack. The first round is written by Cycle Space, the second round by 8 Minky, the third round by Mrs. Flush, and then the final round is written by me. I'm going to message Drew the Irish and the server. If you go to apps, download the Blockbusters app. Drew the Irish. I'm assuming you're still in the stream as well. Download the Blockbusters app and follow the instructions that are in there. You can go from there. Egg Fried Cheese finally getting to try this piece of madness. Have you not played it yet, Egg? This is not the 5th game. We've had a demo and a pilot and 3 official ones. Welcome to the madness. Hopefully you all will have fun. 28 people at the end of the night. It's pretty good. It's already 10:15, so we'll look to finish around 10:15, which is pretty good. This game's about 40 minutes. Because it plays itself, I can't waffle in between the questions. It's great. 28 people. Anyone else wants to join? So play game 1, but Windows update, yeah. Nightmare. Right, I have not marked it as test mode. There are no picture or music around this. It's all straight trivia all the way through in this round. And like I say, community written, which is always really good to see. If you'd like to contribute some trivia to this community, do go join the Discord and write some questions. It'd be lovely to have them. Particularly Blockbusters ones for this Tuesday. Anisette just joining at the end there, just before I lock the lobby and we go to round 1. Good question, Carl. I'm planning on releasing the question writer app for this week. It does look like it's all working now and all functional. So for games moving forward, if you want to write a full round for this, then you'll be able to do that from this week, and I'll put that in the app section of the Discord, which would be great. It's a fun game to write for because it's a fun, silly game. So the questions I've written, I've been writing some questions. I think these are all really, really easy, and it seems like it's all reasonably balanced. So that's good. We've had 2 different winners from the first 2 games. So yeah, look forward to hearing your trivia from this, and we'll see where we go from there. Let's lock the lobby if no one else is joining us. Assuming no one else is joining us. Right. For Cyclespace, 8 Key, Mrs. Flush, and my question pack, let's, for the final time tonight, play Red Herrings. We got 30 players in. Lovely to have you all here. Round 1 is long time no see. And I think that is spelled deliberately. Do the same as you did last time for me, Royal Flush. I'll fill in the gaps as I'm doubtful I can solve the 250 questions. Okay. Message me, DM me in Discord about stuff. So 1 point if you get it right in this first round, -1 point if you get it wrong. No penalty for abstention. There are 3 bonuses, of which you will get 3 points if you get it right and lose 3 if you get it wrong. You've got 15 seconds for each question, and you just need to whisper the letter of the answer to Persephone's Twitch bot. Make sure you've got her up and ready. 16 answers, 12 questions. 4 of them are red herrings. Let's have a look at what the options are. August, January, October, Spring, February, April, September, June, December, Summer, July, Fall, March, Winter, November, May. Those are the options. Good luck, have fun. Let's go to question number 1. The 2020 Brazilian Carnival took place in which month? Thank you very much for the follow there, Remix Plum TV. A lot of wrong answers there. It was E, February was the answer. Well done if you got that one right. On we go, question number 2. In Vivaldi's 4 seasons, which season typically has the shortest playing time? Ooh, a lot of wrong answers there. It was N, Winter. Winter was the answer we were after. On we go, question number 3. And it's the first bonus question. 3 points if you get this one right. Lose 3 if you get it wrong. No penalty for abstention. Here it is. In Germany, Oktoberfest typically starts in which month? All our dear friends falling into that little heffalump trap. Is September that Oktoberfest starts? Because of course it is. On we go. Question number 4. What month is named after the Roman god of doorways? That's a typo from me or a mistranslation, but what is named after the Roman god of doorways? Few wrong answers there. B, January. It's Janus is the Roman god of doorways, apparently. I did check that out. It does check out. On we go. Question number 5. In the Phoenix Wright series, what is the first name of the character with the last name May? Just Margaret getting that one wrong. It was F, April. Her name is April May. because her parents had a sense of humour. Question 6. An internet challenge about abstinence is called No Nut What? It's November. No, not November. No, we're not family friendly anymore, Lingomaniac. I don't do it with that tag on. Number 7. Semper Fidelis is what type of music? Car and Prue's getting that one wrong. Only a few people answering. It's M March. It's a marching type of music. On we go to question number the next. It's a bonus question. 3 for getting it right, losing 3 for getting it wrong. Here it comes. Question 8. A term in US media. What kind of surprise might influence a US presidential election? Still can't get away from it, even community written. Oh, Matt losing 3 points there. And Lingomaniac losing 3 points. And McD losing 3 points as well. It's October, an October surprise. It's a big news story that influences the election. Number 9, in physics, Hooke's law deals with what object? Remember, if you get a perfect round, then you get 2 bonus points. I'm not sure if anyone is on for a perfect round at this point. It's a spring. Hooke's law deals with springs. D was the answer. On we go to question number the next. Question 10. What is the second month in the year to have exactly 30 days? Everyone's here working it out now. Here come the answers. It's June, the first being April. And it's the last bonus question of the round. 3 for getting this one right, losing 3 for getting it wrong. Question number 11, here it comes. Who's the UK's Member of Parliament for Maidenhead? It's May. P. May. Theresa May. Former Prime Minister, no less. One more question in this round. Let's have a look. In wrestling, a pin is also known as what? Been keeping track, there's only 5 left to choose from. Most of us getting that one right there. The answer is L4. Let's have a look at those 4 red herrings. A, August, I, December, J, summer, and K, July. That's the end of the round. No bonus points given out in that round. But it looks like, I think is that Serial Quizzer? It is. Serial Quizzer in the lead with 17 at the moment. Ben's J in second with 16. Innes, along with Innes, who's got 16. And Podenova's got 14. Clive has 13, along with Egg Fried Cheese. Abney has 11, as does Mogra, as does Samster. Tyson Bain has 10. Carl the 7th and Ash and Jay Turner have 9. Now Cut That Out has 8. Dogfish also has 8. It's Sotley has 6. And, ooh, who's that? Who's that? Applecast. It's Sotley, Applecast, and Anisep and Cola Cola all have 6. Proogs has 5. Poconuts has 5 as well. Lingomaniac, Arlo Mage, and Grufficalo, I should say, and MCD all have 2. Matt the Ref has 1. Kegler Coach has 0. Cycle Space has 0, which is odd considering that was the round you wrote Cycle Space. Maybe you just abstained from the round. I imagine that's probably what happened there. Drahuska, Drew Dave, Tom, and the Westernator all on -2, but plenty of points still to be gained. More such easy questions, please, from Serial Quizzer. More points to be gained as we move on to round number 2. Round 2 is Make a Game of Things and comes to us courtesy of our friend 8 Minky. Very grateful to 8 for providing this round for this, who provided it just as I was about to start writing round 2. He messaged me saying, I've got a round for you. So I thought, great, that saved me 20 minutes writing that round. I'll pin that idea for the next time we play. Make a Game of Things is the round. In this round, it's a timed round, so the faster you answer, the more points you get. Answer in the first 5 seconds, you get 3. Next 5 seconds, you get 2. Next 5 seconds, last 5 seconds, you get 1. Bonus questions. There are 3 bonus questions. Each of them are worth 5 points flat rate, no timer on the bonus questions. If you get it wrong, you don't lose points at this point, but you freeze yourself out of the next question. Obviously, you don't want to freeze yourself out of the bonus question, so think carefully about whether or not you want to play a question, because you do get frozen out if you get it wrong. Let's have a look at the options for round 2, Make a Game of Things. Intelligent, ID, Treasure, or id, Treasure, Bethesda, Howl, Insomniac, Maxis, Midway, Rockstar, Rare, Retro, Blizzard, Sierra, Valve, Square, and Bungie. Exhale, oh Christ. Yeah. So they're all, to me, they all sound like video game companies, but I might be wrong. We will find out. Good luck. Have fun. Here comes question number 1. As a prefix, what word related to past events comes from the Latin for backwards? It's K, retro. Retro is from the Latin for backwards. 3 players frozen out of this one. Let's go to question 2. A skirt going to the ankle and a large racing yacht are both what? Margaret knows this one. Samson knows this one. Does anyone else? Lots of freeze-outs for the next question. Only 2 players getting this one right. The answer was G, Maxis. Lots of freeze-outs there. And thank you for the follow, Mappy1984. Question 3. What appropriately named Sarah, or Sarah, has been a BBC weather presenter since 1999? And thank you for the follow, MCD573. Quite a few getting this one right. It's Blizzard. Sarah Blizzard. L was the answer there. Remember, faster you answer, the more points you get. Question 4. What third psychoanalytical term joined Freud's ego and superego? It's the id. B, id. Not the game company that made Doom and Quake, but id, as in the ego, superego, and the id. Question number 4. It's the first bonus question. Question 5, I should say. First bonus question of the game. Flat rate of 5 if you get this one right. What is the English word for a cut of meat cooked sagnant? Forgive my pronunciation. Sagnant? Sagnant. Sagnant. I don't have a Scooby-Doo on this one, but apparently it's J rare, and it is indeed the best way to eat meat. You're quite right, MCD. On we go. Question number 6. Da Baby, Post Malone, and Nickelback all had a hit song called what? Surely it's this. Surely. Yes, it is indeed I, Rockstar. Just Matt the ref getting that one wrong, freezing himself out of this next question, which is another bonus question. Bad luck, Matt, you're missing out on a flat rate of 5 here. No time bonuses for this question. It's a flat rate of 5 across the board. Question 7. Near what atoll did a notable World War II naval battle occur in early June 1942? There's a mini Flosser here who'd be screaming the answer. It's H, Midway. Midway was the answer. On we go. A couple of people frozen out of this one. Question 8. Jack Dorsey is co-founder and CEO of both Twitter and what mobile payment company? Oh, Matt and Samster getting this one wrong. It was O, Square. Yes, that was the answer we wanted there. On we go to the next question. And it's the third bonus question of the round. So flat rate of 5. Bad luck to Samson and Matt freeze themselves out of this question. Question 9 is, in the Bible's John 5, at what Jerusalem pool did Jesus heal a sick man? It was D, Bethesda, apparently. I don't have a clue. I go to church. The Bethesda pool. On we go. Question 10. Nevada, meaning covered in snow, follows what word in US or Spanish mountain ranges? And we're down to the 1-pointers. Well done if you got Sierra Nevada. What's the answer after there? 2 more in this round. Here comes question 11. Arthur C. Clarke's heuristically programmed algorithmic computer is AKA what? Bit of 2001 knowledge here. Most of us attempting that. It was E. Howl. Well done if you got that one right. One more question. No one frozen out of this one, so it's anyone's game. Princess Marigold was a comic published in what 1960s British kids magazine? Might as well have a go. You can't be frozen out of the next question. It was C, treasure. Was the answer. Not one I knew the answer to. Let's have a look at the red herrings. A, intelligent. F, insomniac. N, valve. And P, bungee were the red herrings there. And that's the end of the round. Very, very many thanks to 8Minky for providing that round for us. I hope you all enjoyed it. In the lead now is Ben's J with 45. Innes is second with 43. I can't tell the difference because you've got the same colour, but I think that's Serial Quizzer. Yes, Serial Quizzer in third with 40. And the other one I need to look at is Anosep later on. Samson's got 38. Opponent over 37 now. Cut that out 36 along with Egg Fried Cheese with 36. No bonus points incidentally going out in that round. Margaret's got 35, as has Carr the 7th. Clive has got 34, it's Otley 32. Cola Cola's got 30, Abney's got 27. Tyson Bain and Lingo Maniac and Anosep all with 26. Pruse has got 25 along with Ash. Dogfish has got 23. MCD's got 19. Pokernuts on 17 along with Kegler Coach or Holger. I think it's Kegler Coach. This is Kegler Coach. I still can't remember. I need to check that. On 17. Cycle Space has got 16. Jay Turner's got 14 along with... Who was that on 14 on the new one that came? Was it Applecast? Applecast also with 14. Graphicarla's got 13. Matt's got 12. Drew Dave Tom's got 7. The Westernator has got 3. Drahuska still on -2. But all of that could change as we go on to round number 3. Round 3 is Water, Water Everywhere. And as you know, there are only 12 options in this and 9 questions, so only 3 red herrings. This round is brought to us by Mrs. Flush, who was on the phone to... Who are you on the phone to, babe? Well, not on the phone anymore. I think she was on the phone a minute ago, but now she's somewhere else. Or still on the phone and ignoring me because it's a serious conversation. Probably that. But Mrs. Flush wrote this round. I want you to go let her know that it's your round. Who are you on the phone to? Chris. I thought you were. Is everything okay?
Sorry, thanks.
Oh, cool. We can watch it on catch up later.
Oh, is it my round?
Yeah.
Well, everyone enjoy it.
This is Flush says everyone enjoy it. She's on the phone to her brother and serious grown-up conversations happening. So that'll be fun. We'll watch it. Watch about with it later. But Mrs. Flush wrote this round. It's Water, Water Everywhere. It's an accumulator round, so you get 1 extra point for every correct answer you give. So the first one you give will be 1, the next one 2, the next one 3, and so on. Maximum of 45. If you get all 9, you get a bonus 5 points, taking you up to 50 points. Of course, if you give me a wrong answer, you break your streak and you go back to 1. If you abstain, your streak is preserved, so you can go 1, 2, 3, abstain, and then the next one will be worth 4. So abstaining doesn't break your streak, but getting a wrong answer does. So why are you thinking wine? Not a drop to drink. It is indeed a line from Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, which is a poem by Samuel Coleridge Taylor, I want to say. Well, let's have a look and see what the options are for round 3, Water, Water Everywhere. Here are your options. Surfing, paddleboarding, fishing, snorkeling, rowing, kitesurfing, diving, kayaking, windsurfing, swimming, scuba diving, and canoeing. Yeah, it's a sports ball round. Sort of. Red, 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 red wine. I don't really like UB40, I have to say. It's sort of halfway between ska, reggae, and crap pop. But yeah, a sports ball round to do with water sports. Let's see how you get on. It's an accumulator round. You go purple if you're on an accumulator, blue if you're going for 1. Good luck, have fun. Here comes question number 1. I need a wetsuit, some fins, and most importantly, an aqualung, because I'm going... It's scuba diving. You'd need all of those equipments to go scuba diving. K was the answer. On we go. Number 2. If I were using an SUP, what type of water sport would I be doing? Proogs knows. Abney knows. Remember, if you're on blue, you might as well have a go. No streak to break. It's paddle boarding. An SUP is a something paddleboard. I can't remember what. Mrs. Flush did it earlier on. When paddleboarding, that is. Number 3. One of these sports requires use of a kite to propel the board. Which one? More people getting that wrong than I thought. Clearly it's in the question. The answer was F, kite surfing. You need a kite to go kite surfing. On we go. Question 4. Tom Daley was a UK Olympian in which sport? He was a diver. Yes, he was an Olympic diver. Diving. G was the answer. On we go. Question number 4. 5 even. What type of race takes place at the Henley Royal Regatta? Now, if you don't know, abstaining preserves your streak. Getting it wrong breaks your streak. E, rowing. I think it's the Oxford-Cambridge boat race that takes there. The rowing race. On we go. Question 6. Bottom, ice, and fly are all types of what? It's sea fishing. There are all types of fishing. Fly fishing, ice fishing, and bottom fishing, apparently, which is not something I've come across, but there we go. Question number 7. A traditional triathlon includes running, cycling, and what else? Most of us getting the right answer. Yes, it's J, swimming, running, cycling, and swimming in a traditional triathlon. And we go to question number 8. Scores are very tight. According to their 1962 album title, what type of safari were the Beach Boys on? They were on a surfing with an apostrophe, but surfing safari was the answer there. Well done if you got it. Last question of the round, question 9. I'm using a single person watercraft with an open top. This is where everyone gets very upset. I'm glad this is the last question. Might as well have a go. Ooh, it's canoeing. I'll tell you about the technical distinction between canoeing and kayaking in a minute. Snorkeling, kayaking, and windsurfing were the red herrings there. That's the end of the round. So obviously some bonus points going around because we had a little rearrangement at the end there. So somebody getting all 9 of those. So Mrs. Floss was very, very cautious about this. The last question, stole my bonus, bad luck, Proogs. That is what that was there. Yeah, so there's a technical distinction between canoeing and kayaking. I know because I've got one in my fucking living room at the moment. So canoeing is open top, kayaking is closed top. And Mrs. Floss was very, very careful about the way she phrased that question. Because here's the thing, I used to go canoeing when I was a kid. We used to go to summer camps and we'd go canoeing with a local, it was the Burton Venture Trust. It was basically, it's like Scouts, but it was more exclusive because it was just for people who went to church. It was just what I did as a kid. But it was really good fun because there was an annual summer camp and then we used to go like rock climbing and canoeing and swimming and all sorts of stuff. It was really good fun. Good thing to do. But I always called it canoeing, and then I went to university and everyone referred to it as kayaking. And being the person I wanted to conform and fit in, I started referring to it as kayaking as well. And it's only when we've actually now bought one of the things, and it's in our living room at the moment, they took it out today, that I discovered canoeing and kayaking are 2 technically distinct things. And the fact I was going canoeing was actually correct, not kayaking. So it just goes to show, when you're 18, 19, 20, you don't necessarily know everything. There we go. Innes has taken the lead with 79. Mogra and Carr now on 71. Benz is on 66. Now cut that out 64, along with Egg and Apple Cars. Prug's on 61. Samsa's on 60. Cola's on 58. I need to check. I think it's Serial Quizzer. It is. Serial Quizzer is on 56. Tyson Baines on 54. It's Sotley 53. Dogfish is on 51. Clive on 50. Apodanuevo on 48, along with Abney. Ningomaniac 47. Anaset 41. Ash is on 40. Cyclespace 37. Max on 33. Pokernuts 32. MCD 23. J Turner 18. Kegler Coach also on 18. I'm going to have to check that again because I keep calling you Holger, mate. It is still Kegler Coach. Gruff and Carlo's on 16, Drahuska's on 13, Drew Dave Tom on 12, and the Westnator on 7. As we go into the final round. Round 4 is written by me in this community written pack. We started the night with me and we're finishing the night with me, and it's called Once More Threat for Jupiter. So, as you will or may not know if you were here for the micro dev stream before this game, I changed the rules of this round so that now you get 60 points if you're the first to complete it, and then the points reduced by 5. So 60, 55, 50, and the game will go on until either the time runs out or everybody has, or there are no points left. So, if you answer first, and you're in first place, i.e. Innes, then you are going to be looking very, very... Well, you've won at that point. Yes, 60 for the first to do it correctly. And then reducing by 5. One small step for Jupiter. All of the information will be revealed to you shortly. In order for you to answer this, there will be 6 answers that fit with the category that is there. You need to whisper the letters to Persephone's Twitchbot as a single string. No commas, no spaces, no full stops or periods in between them. Just the 6 straight letters to the bot. It will tell you how many you got right, and it will ping you back when you're back in. If you're wrong, if you don't get all 6, you will be frozen out for 5 seconds, and then you'll be back in and you may guess again. Keep your eye on the screen as well as the chat. It will only ping you when you are back in play, so keep your eye there. You've got 90 seconds to win it. Good luck. Have fun. The final round is one small step for Jupiter. Here we go. Identify 6 named satellites of the planet Jupiter. Styx, Mimas, Titan, Themisto, Triton, Deimos, Io, Europa, Hyperion, Enceladus, Ganymede, Leda, Jupiter 24, Phobos, Callisto, and Zeus. Dogfish has got 5 so far. That's the highest we've seen. No one managing to find all 6 yet. A couple of 4s cropping up. Applecraft has got 5. A couple more 4s creeping in here. Lots of 4s. Lots of 4s. We have seen a couple of 5s. Is anyone going to get all 6? There's a couple more 4s. Cola's got 5. Samster's got 5. Applecraft's got 5. Lingomaniac's got 5. Clive's got 5. Innes has got 5, but still no one finding all 6 yet. Still at 5, 40 seconds approaching. Is anyone going to get any points? And see if my new logic works. There's so much ticking. Is anyone going to find 6? 30 seconds to go. Samster and Itzotli both on 5. Oh, Lingomaniac the first and has apparently got 100. We'll find out if that's actually 100 or 60 in a minute. Clive's now got 95. Right. Apparently I didn't fix it well enough. Have to do some maths after this. Coming up to 10 seconds left. Innes has got 90. Mental note that should probably just be 50. We'll check the scores at the end and see what that does to things. Only 3 people going to escape, and that is time up. Whew. Lingo, Clive, and Innes getting the points there. The answer there that you wanted: D, Themistos, G, Low. Never quite sure how to pronounce that one. H, Europa, K, Ganymede, L, Leda, and O, Callisto were the answers. Io, is it? It's Io. Themisto. Yes, Themisto. The answer you were missing there. Now cut that out. Themisto. I had to put a couple of obscure ones in there. Oh, Ed got it right at the end. Apparently, I've not fixed that thing because you're all getting lots and lots of points. I don't think it's going to make any difference to the final scores because the 3 players in the lead are the 3 players who won that round with 195 and 90. But if you take off 40 points off each of them, which is what they should have had, that wouldn't make any difference to scores. I will fix that. It's probably I've made it out a public variable and then not changed it. So it's serialized it as 100. I'll go and look into that. But there it is. That's the end of the round. And at the end of the game, the winner of game number 3. So who won the first game? First game was Itzotli. The second game was... who won the second game? It's gone from my mind. Somebody tell me. In the chat. Tell me, because it's gone from my mind. Cut that out. Thank you, Innes. Sorry, I completely forgot now. Cut that out. Now cut that out, winning the second game. But the winner of the third game. So three games, 3 winners. Oh, that's always nice when that happens. And, of course, Cola won the other game and Tipster won the other game. So we've had 5 games of this with slightly different rules and 5 different winners, which is nice. But the winner of game number 3 tonight, very many congratulations to Innes C. 169, a very nice score there, Innes. Very well played, 169. Oh, lovely stuff. Why is my view count going up when we're just about to win? We're going up to 55. What's going on with that? Thank you for joining me at the end of the night. It's lovely to have 55 people here at the end of the night. And very well done to Innes on that victory there, 169. I'll fix the scores for the next time we play. This probably won't be for a couple of 3 weeks now because we've done a lot of test games over the last few weeks. Thank you very much for the subscription there, Serial Quizzer. Welcome to the family. from Egg Fried Cheese, thank you to Egg for dishing that out. And Serial Quizzer, welcome to the fam. Thank you to you. Lovely. Well, 10:15, that's what I said. And that's timed out quite well. 3 games of this in a night is probably about the right length. And that's with dev streams in between, which means a game is probably about 40 minutes, which is what I timed it out at. I can't flannel. I can't waffle on this game because it's all autopilot. Once I've started the round, I can't do anything about this. You're very welcome to use now. You can say thank you for the stream because I am now wrapping up for the night. Well, it has been great fun. I've been a little bit psyched about this all day. I'm really looking forward to these questions and running this game properly for the first time. It was about a week, and there's probably still some things that need tweaking with it, apart from that slight bug at the end. Do go and join the Discord if you have got suggestions for how you think this could be made better, or indeed if you'd like to write some questions for it. I'll be publishing the app for this in the Discord this week, so do download that if you'd like to write a question pack for this game. We'll probably play it again in a couple of weeks' time. Like I say, stuff coming up next Saturday is going to be The Purge, with fingers crossed a new game if I can get it fixed and working and right this week. So that's next Saturday. In the meanwhile, you have got Tipster tomorrow. You've got Quetz a little bit later on tonight. You've got Tipster tomorrow at 7. You've got Matt the Ref on Monday at 8. I'm back on Tuesday with Blockbusters and the Code. More Blockbusters questions, please. Please do come and join the Discord. Download the app, write me some Blockbusters questions if you would like to send some in my general direction. It'd be really good to have some more. The Code we're fine for, and we're going to have some new players into the Code and a reset of the jackpot. But Blockbusters, some more questions would be great. Ash is here on Wednesday with a thing. Possibly the Vault. He was promising it for Friday, but Friday is Golden Mind. Or Golden Mind. Is it plural or singular? I can't remember. But anyway, Ash is here on Wednesday, so do come along for that. Thursday, Quizzy Dan. Friday, Golden Mind with Catnip. And then I am back. Singular, Golden Mind. Thank you, Scorcan. And then next Saturday, I am here with The Purge. Guest question pack, probably from M3 Times for The Purge next weekend. And fingers crossed, new game which will be revealed. I'm not going to release any details about it before next week. It is a limited game. It's not a lobby game, but it's limited to 21. So hopefully, and there is a lobby game. So if you don't get into the hot seat, there is a lobby game that basically plays on exactly the same strokes as the hot seat game, but we just need some hot seat players for drama and shit. So new game next Saturday. Fingers crossed if I can get it done. I'm well underway with it, and a lot of the modelling and the pretty stuff is all done. It's just the logic of the game, which shouldn't take me long. But new game next Saturday after The Purge. So please, no, not Mike it's Otley. It's all done in whispers in chat. I'm moving away from Mike games because I know they limit people to playing it. So it's 21 hot seats, but there is a lobby game. So if you don't get into it, then it's all good. So. Look forward to that next Saturday, and so much going on in the meanwhile, which is all to look forward to. Thank you, everybody, for the support. As I said, if you would like to either write questions or you've got feedback from stuff that you've seen tonight, do go and join the Discord right there. It would be lovely to have you there. Do come hang out with us. We're all great fun. Until next time, I have been Royal Flush. It is only 10 on a Saturday, which feels like an early finish at the moment for me on a Saturday, but I hope you've had fun with Red Herrings. Look forward to hearing your feedback from it. Congratulations to It's Otley, Now Cut That Out, and most recently Innis on winning the game. It's been great fun talking to you all. I hope you had fun. Thank you as well to 8Minky and to Cycle Space and to Mrs. Flush for the guest question rounds this week. You're all splendid and wonderful, and I love you all very much. Be safe, be wonderful and marvellous to each other, and I will see you next time. Take care, peace out, enjoy the credits, and good night.